And I'm spotlighting myself for everyone. You're welcome. Okay. Welcome to the 2023 Word for the Year workshop. This is literally one of my favorite things that I do. I am a word nerd and kind of always have been. And I actually use my word for the year throughout the year until I start my new one. I'm going to share my screen. Ooh, that's kind of weird. I'm sharing. Where am I at? Isn't? Here we go. Okay, welcome to the workshop. The purpose of picking a word for the year is one way to ditch New Year's resolutions. I've never really been a New Year's resolution kind of person. I've always been a let's start again Monday kind of person. So this is one way to incorporate one word into all of the areas in your life that you want to make changes in or make improvements, big improvements, or just little improvements. It's a way to help you to have focus in becoming the person that you want to be. And you can use your word of the year toward creating any result. It's depending on your word and what it is that you want to create, you can help to encourage you in that path to bring clarity, focus, cohesiveness, eliminate excess, which has been a huge thing kind of on my mind recently in one, many, or all areas of your life. You can incorporate your word into your physical, mental, spiritual, your family, relationships, educational life, your career, your goals, whatever. So let's go. I love this. I kind of just did a quick Google search on the power of words, and I found this quote at goop.com. And it's how the words we choose shape our lives. Words have power. Their meaning crystallizes perceptions that shape our beliefs, drive our behavior, and ultimately create our world. Their power arises from our emotional responses when we read, speak, or hear them. Just say the word fire while barbecuing or in the workplace or in a crowded theater, and you'll get 3 completely different but powerful emotional and energetic reactions. So just kind of the power of words. And then I did a Google search on the power of words in the Bible, and this is a list of 100 Bible verses. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise bring healing. A soft answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stir up anger. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. I don't know if that's the same one, but there's also one that says, where words are many, sin is not absent. And then Jesus is the word. So just our tongues, the words that we say have power to bring healing and to bring pain and destruction. So words are powerful. So this was my word for 2022, ready. And this is the graphic that I put together for it. And I love using the thesaurus, like what are other words that are related? And so I had the synonyms. I have a Bible verse, and then I had after, I can't remember exactly when, but I came up with my mantra that I am ready, willing, and equipped for all that God has for me to be, to do, and to have. And I have written that mantra in my journaling almost every day this year. And I do also want to throw out there that if you aren't a believer and you don't want, your word doesn't necessarily have to have spiritual connotations. It is whatever you want it to be. So if you haven't already chosen your word for the year, this workshop is to help you pick your word and work through how you want to use it in 2023. So before we look forward, we're going to look back a little bit. And did you guys all get the workbook? Did you see that I put the workbook out there? You printed it. Nice. Okay. So you have all of this in the workbook, or you can just do it in a notebook also. So thinking back on 2022, what comes up for you that you did well, that went well, that you have fondness remembering? What sticks out to you about positive aspects of 2022? You can just jot those down as you think about them. And then what comes up that you could have done better? What would you, if you could go back and change it, is there anything that you can think of that you would have wanted to do differently? And what could that have looked like? And then as you think back over like the whole, like the year as a whole, what words come to mind when you think of 2022? And if you had a word for the year, like how did you incorporate that? How did you use it as much as you wanted to? Did you kind of make one and then forget about it? And then what, if anything, in 2022, do you want to let go of? And that could be forgiving somebody that didn't treat you the way you want to be treated. It can be letting go of things that you did that you can't change it. The only thing that you can change about the past is the way that you think about it. So what do you want to let go of from 2022? And then what do you want more of? What went well in 2022 that you wanted to continue on in 2023 and maybe improve upon, or just keep doing it? Okay, moving on. 2022 is almost over. So thinking ahead and bringing in to 2023 what you want to continue from 2022, what do you want more of in your life? And that could be anything: more adventure, more structure, more money, more, you can't have more time. More what? More traveling, more time off, more clients. And then what do you want less of in your life in the upcoming year? Less stress, less obligation, less clutter. And then what feelings do I want to experience less often? So thinking about kind of like, what are the what are the feelings that you feel on a regular basis? We generally fluctuate between 5 or so feelings, unless something big happens. But generally, we experience about 5 feelings consistently. Is there anything that you feel on a regular basis that you would like to feel less often? If you're a high stress person, it might be stress or anxiety or fear, regret. And then on the flip side, what feelings do I want to experience more often? And the goal of this is to get you thinking about words that you might want to use as your word of the year, or that have some kind of relation to the word that you ultimately pick. And in the feelings, we're going to feel like half of the time we're going to be feeling positive emotions. Half of the time of life, we're going to feel negative emotions. We don't want to always avoid negative emotions. We want to be sad if we lose somebody that we love. We wouldn't want to be happy. And it's so funny because we go to scary movies because we want to feel fear, but in general, we don't really want to be afraid. We go on roller coasters to feel fear. We watch sad movies so that we feel sad and cry. So negative emotions aren't bad emotions. It's just part of life. And then what kind of person do I want to be? And to help, you can just start by, I am someone who, what? Loves strongly, who isn't afraid of failure, who is passionate, someone who loves routine, who apologizes when I do something wrong, and then what qualities or characteristics do you admire most in others? Okay, then as you think about the answers to the questions that you have been working on, brainstorm a list. And 20 is a random number, but brainstorm a list of words that come to mind, or words that you have noticed have been coming up in your life seemingly randomly over the past while. So brainstorming a list of words and then kind of grouping similar words together. Have any of you already picked your word for the year?
I thought that I was set on one, but I just wrote another one down that I'm thinking about changing it to.
Hey,
But I've been like really set on this one for a while though, so I don't know if I'm willing to give it up or not.
And as you're thinking about your word, take your time and have fun with it. I think it's so fun. And you can, I take my word of the year pretty seriously, but that's because I'm kind of intense sometimes. But it can just be a fun thing, and you could literally change it anytime you want. It's not like it's going to be carved in stone. Then once you have a good list, circle or underline 3 of the words that resonate with you the most. And what I love to do is to go onto Word Hippo to find different variations, to find synonyms, to help you find just the right fit for you. I am very particular about words in general, and I write a lot of content. So I'm always trying to use just the right word. I use Word Hippo all the time. And it pretty much always helps. And I feel like it's kind of like a wedding dress. You know when you found the right one. It resonates in your heart and your mind. I'm a nerd, I know. And then when you have found your word, or, okay, if you're not quite sure, like I said, go on to Word Hippo and explore synonyms, different definitions, write down ways that you might use the word, pray about it, look up scriptures. If you have picked a word and you really want to tie it into scripture, look it up in the Bible and see what you can find in the Bible about it. Is there someone in the Bible that embodies the word? What can you learn from them? And then I put this list together, I think 2 years ago, of just words to kind of just get the juices flowing. I'm sure that if I were to redo this list today, it would have a lot of different words on it. Probably doesn't even have my word for this year on it. Sparkly. That'd be a fun one. Nope, my word is not even on it.
Would have been easier if it was in alphabetical order.
Yeah,
But my word's on there.
that's no fun. I think I had it in alphabetical order and then I mixed it up on purpose. I put it in alphabetical order to make sure that I didn't have any repeats. Okay. So once you pick your word, write it down. And if you have beautiful colored pencils or pens, you can decorate it. Oh my goodness, there is somebody walking a little tiny puppy. That is a little baby black lab puppy. It's like that big. Doesn't even know how to walk on the leash. Okay, and then brainstorm ways I can incorporate this word into my life, physically, mentally, spiritually, in your relationships and other ways. And my word ready, for example, physically, I was telling myself I was ready to lose weight that I had put back on. And my mantra, I am ready, willing, and equipped for all that God has for me to be, do, and have. The willing part wasn't quite there yet. Not gonna lie. Mentally, I'm ready. I'm ready to do what needs to be done. I'm ready to tackle the thought work that needs to be tackled in different areas. Spiritually, I'm ready, just like my mantra says, to be, do, and have all that God has for me. And it was and just I was ready to just kind of be me. And I think that, well, I mean, really the most important part of using, if it's a word that you're really going to use to incorporate into your life, basically it's to remind yourself, like, I made this decision of the person that I want to be. And as I'm reminding myself, I'm ready, willing, and equipped for all that God has for me to be, do, and have. When on those days that I'm like, I was not willing to do what it took today, and just kind of reminding me and resetting every morning, this is the goal that I'm working towards. I'm never going to be perfect. Nobody's ever going to be perfect, but this is what I'm working towards. And then create a graphic or a drawing, vision board, whatever. And this is mine, and I use Canva to create mine, which I have friends that are graphic designers and they totally make fun of me for using Canva. So we joke about it, but I love Canva. So my word for 2023 is flourish. And I wrote down the words that are associated with flourish that I liked. It's grow healthily and vigorously, a mixture of style and energy, declare loudly, openly, and publicly. And this word actually came to me during one of my devotions when the reading was Psalm 1:3. He will be and so it's the person that, oh my word, that dwells and delights in the word of the Lord will be standing firm like a flourishing tree planted by God's design, deeply rooted by the brooks of bliss, bearing fruit in every season of life. He is never dry, never fainting, ever blessed, ever prosperous. And that's from the Passion Translation, which is another thing I love to do, is look at the different versions of Bible verses. And then I wrote out, so I kind of did I started a brainstorm of flourish and wrote down all of the things around it that had to do with it. And then I searched for Bible verses that had to do with flourish. And then I also wrote, in order to flourish, I need to prune, water, I need nutrients, I need attention, time, intention. The soil needs to be aerated. There needs to be mulch. I need to be cultivating and investing and fertilizing. And then I wrote, what does it mean to flourish? And so I put the things that I want to do, like goals that I have set for the year. And then also, like, what do I want to do daily? So I want to get to my goal weight. I want to practice my 5 daily foundations for self-care. I want to live aligned. I want to live on purpose. I want a booming business. I want healthy relationships. I want to make an impact. I want to enjoy life. I want to have fun. And I don't know what that says. Brightening the world. I don't know. I think that must have been something in the book or in. I'm going to brighten the world. That does not sound like me. So I like, how can you really like, what are all of the ways that you can use your word of the year? What does it mean to embody this word of the year? So at first thought, flourish is just like, oh, I want to, grow and be fruitful. But what does it take in order to do that? And I can tell you from the plants inside my house, flourishing takes work. And the dead plants in my backyard. So what is it going to take for me to embody flourish? Anybody want to share or help clarifying anything?
I'll share.
Okay.
I'm very torn right now.
I can tell.
I'm like bouncing back and forth on Word Hippo, like clicking on like words, and it's just like taking me back and forth between like types of words that mean like the same thing as both of them. And so the first one that I've been like ruminating with for so long is rejuvenated.
Ooh.
And then the one that I just wrote down with like some like synonyms was wild. And then I did like hyped, pumped, boosted, stoked. So I don't know.
What was the word that came to you today?
Wild.
What does wild mean?
Well, the things that I wrote down that I wanted more of was like more like adventure and like more like excitement and feeling like free. And so I was like thinking of like ways that I can like chase after like some of the goals that I have for the year, and the word like I just like thought of like wildly chasing those things. And so then I was like wild. But then I'm really torn with rejuvenated because I just really like that one.
Rejuvenate, to give new life or to restore to a healthy condition, to suffuse with vigor, life, energy, or spirit, to improve in state, especially from a previously bad condition.
See, like that one, I feel like kind of encompasses all the things that I was saying before.
Yeah.
And it's a fun word to say. So
It is. And that's, I mean, if you do rejuvenate or rejuvenated, then like, what are all of the words that are associated with that? And that, I mean, they kind of all could go with it.
I know. And like I could come up with like a mantra that has like some of those other like things that are important to me.
Yeah. Exhilarate.
That's good.
Spice.
Ooh, that's so good too. Dang.
It's really like spice things up. That would be like rejuvenating.
Mm-hmm.
Grow stronger, shake off, snap out of it. Take on a new lease of life, regain strength. emerge from something.
Okay, that might be my word.
Emerge is good.
No, I mean spice.
Spice.
That's fun.
Renew. What do you think? What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do rejuvenate and form a mantra that has some of the other words that like I'm pulling from it, and then I'm scrolling through Bible verses right now to try to find one.
Let my passion for life be restored, tasting joy in every breakthrough you bring to me.
Mm.
Let's- Fun.
It feels like a big choice.
I take it pretty seriously myself. I told a couple people, but I didn't want to tell anybody my word until today.
I know, I was on the edge of my seat for you to get to the end because I wanted to see what your word was.
I told the first person I told was because she is in my small group at church, and we were talking about the workshop, and she was like, oh, I have this one word that has been coming up lately. And she's like, so that would probably be what I would pick. I'm like, oh, what is it? And she was like, flourish. I'm like, no way. That's my
Oh
word.
my gosh.
Anybody else want to share what you have or what you're thinking?
I have like 35 words written down right now. So
Have we circled 3?
no, I'm still, because every time I go to Word Hippo, I find something new.
Is there a theme?
There's themes.
List
The
off
more you look,
What?
so the more you look, it's like hard.
What are some of them?
Some of mine?
Yeah.
And also, like, as you're thinking through the words, think about what you're wanting for this next year
So
in
much.
in different areas. The most
So-
important ones.
Um, I'm doing Word Hippo right now for the word spice.
Spice.
You said you have like 30. What are some of them?
Okay, boundaries, simplicity, structure, positivity, joy, peace, progress, confident, security, success, discipline, health, focus, determined, consistent, worthy, finisher, committed, diligent, purposeful, realization, execution, harmony, calm, tranquility, serenity, nirvana, certainty, fun, caliber, and vigor.
There are definitely themes in there.
I don't see spice in there.
Oh, sorry, that's written on types on top, spice in big letters.
Zesty.
Invigorate.
Read through them again.
All of them?
Mhm.
Okay. Boundaries, simplicity, structure, positivity, joy, peace, progress, confident, security, success, discipline. Did I say that more than once already? No. Health, focused, determined, consistent, worthy, finisher, committed,
What about,
diligent,
what
purpose-
about, sorry. What about rooted for you?
maybe?
What about progress?
That'd be good.
Huh? What?
That would be good.
Well, I'm just because you have determined, driven, committed, disciplined, like you have a huge group of words that are kind of like that, like, there's progression, advance.
What about inertia?
Isn't inertia standing still?
No,
Is that the opposite?
inertia is like
Expansion.
the force of motion.
No expanding. Haley, what is inertia besides a bizarre word?
Refine. Forward. Transform. Metamorphosis.
Inertia is when something is consistently moving and nothing can change it from its like trajectory.
Compelled.
It can also mean staying in a state of rest. It's basically like
That's
it can't be changed by like external forces or something like that.
cultivate. Advance. Accomplish.
Are we just giving you more words?
Mm-hmm. But I like it.
I really like last week, our pastor poo-pooed balance, which I totally agree with. And he said, it's not balance that people need in their lives, it's rhythm, like getting into a good rhythm,
That's good.
right?
I like that. Hold on, I gotta write that down because I really like that. Because
Rhythm.
I agree, there is no balance.
No,
And if you're constantly trying to find it, you're very disappointed.
yes.
Oh, rhythm might be it. What's my rhythm? Rather than flatlining, what is my rhythm?
Well, your rhythm, I mean, what do you want your rhythm to be? It's, and which boundaries in relationships you want to what do you want to be consistent at doing? That is like consistency is a rhythm.
That might be it. Mom, what words do you have?
Well, I have a couple.
Oh, I thought you picked one.
I did pick one,
Ooh, one of the
and I'm
words under
sitting here
rhythm-
reading through it.
One of the
I
words
mean-
under rhythm is flow. I like flow.
Go, Mom.
Well, the one that I have picked, I had picked like 3 of them. And this one just kept coming to me. And the other 2, I can't even remember what they were. So I'm thinking this is the one. But mine has been mindful.
That's
Mm.
good.
That's a good one.
And I see it's on your list, Shanna. But this is the one I've been writing down with all kinds of words that go with it. So
That's mindful is one of when I do my journaling every morning and write out who I want to be, what I want to do, how I want to feel, and what I want to think each day. Mindful is one of the things that I want to be a lot.
because that word encompasses so much.
Absolutely.
It's like, holy cow.
Yep.
One of the big ones along with that to me was aware.
I feel like present is good for that too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of them that's right in there. I think I wrote that down actually in all of my, I actually wrote it down in this the other day. I was thinking about it and just wrote down all kinds of stuff to be mindful. There's not enough paper. So anyway, that's my word.
Mindful. Nice.
You know what's cool about the word rhythm? There's
It's-
no vowel.
Huh?
There's no vowel in rhythm.
I found out this year that Y is sometimes a vowel.
Haley,
What?
my word doesn't have a vowel.
It does. It's A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y.
And W.
No.
Yes. Like the W at the end of window, but not the W at the beginning of window,
Wow, that's crazy.
right?
Something I want more of this coming year is, get ready for it, polar plunges.
That will rejuvenate you.
I know.
Or kill you.
No, it's good for your body. Shocks your system.
Yeah.
Good for your nervous system.
When there was a heat wave and we had no air conditioning in our apartment, I was taking 2 cold showers a day out of needing to survive, but it was great for me.
Yep, it is.
Is Ella doing a word?
Yeah, her word is homework.
That's a good one.
Her word is finish.
Hmm.
Okay. If anybody wants me to, I will create a Canva graphic for you. If you don't want to make your own, whatever. But you have to send me your word and anything you want included on the graphic. And I will make it for you. Are we feeling good about our words?
Yeah, I'm really excited actually.
So fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I have a feedback form that, oh man,
Is that flesh or flush?
huh?
A 60-minute call to flesh out or
Flesh.
flush out?
Flesh.
Flesh out?
Flesh
Oh, okay.
out what it's going to take to make the change you want to see in your life. So if it's weight loss, what does that look like? If it's a better relationship with whoever, what does that look like? So I'm going to put the feedback form in the chat. And let's see. Find it. Nope.
You're so smart.
Copy. So chat. Can I not chat when I'm sharing my screen? Okay. Will you? Why isn't it doing it? To everyone. She's trying to put the link in the chat. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Okay. Does that link work?
Yeah, I just want to clarify, and I knew you were trying to put the link in the chat. I was chatting you to see if it would pop up on your screen.
Oh,
The chat.
thank you. The chat box.
Yeah.
Okay, so please fill out the feedback form, and I will pick 3 names to do a free jumpstart call, which is 60 to 90-minute call to flesh out what it's going to take to make the change that you want to see. And anyone that signs up on a call and signs up for coaching will start off with a free jumpstart call. And if you sign up for coaching and choose the payment plan, if you've made it this far in the video, I will waive the additional $50 a month for the payment plan. Thank you. Oh, I have well, you can't see that, I guess. Thank you for attending the 2023 Word of the Year workshop. Any questions? Anything? We're all good. We have our word ready for 2023 to rejuvenate, find our rhythm and be mindful
Yeah.
and flourish. Yay. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.